desirous of disseminating Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Gnanam, knowledge, Bhaktanam, of the devotees, Mana, the honor, Vardhanaha, who increases. Translation and purport given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Kardama Muni said, "You, my dear friend, my dear Lord, who are always increasing the honor of your devotees, have descended in my home just to fulfill your word and disseminate the process of real knowledge." Purport. When the Lord appeared before Kardama Muni after his mature yoga practice, he promised that he would become Kardama's son. He descended as the son of Kardama Muni in order to fulfill that promise. Another promise of his appearance is Chikirshir Bhagavan Gnanam, to distribute knowledge. Therefore, he is called Bhaktanam Mana Vardhanaha, he who increases the honor of his devotees. By distributing Sankhya, he would increase the honor of the devotees. Therefore, Sankhya philosophy is not a dry mental speculation. Sankhya philosophy means devotional service. The honor of the devotees be increased? How could the honor of the devotees be increased unless Sankhya were meant for devotional service? Devotees are not interested in speculative knowledge. Therefore, the Sankhya enunciated by Kapila Muni is meant to establish one firmly in devotional service. Real knowledge and real liberation is to surrender onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engage in devotional service. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachati Deshitarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gauravaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here many points are covered. Before we go to the sloka, let's set up the ground. Here Kardama Muni is talking these words to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Deva. So, as we are understanding the history of Manus, the Swayambhu Manu daughter Devahuti got married Kardama Muni, and after begetting 9 daughters, Kardama Muni is about to leave the house, and at that time Kardama Muni told that, do not worry, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Deva, will appear at your house. He will give the protection and the gnana to you. And with that, the Supreme Lord appeared, and then Lord Brahma personally came and glorified the Supreme Lord, and he left. After that, Kardama before he leaves the house, he was talking these words to the Supreme Lord. What he's talking? He's talking Swiyam Vakyam Rutam Kartum, means you always come and give some words. Swiyam Vakyam means words. For what purpose? Bhaktanam Manavardhanaha, to increase the honor of the devotees. Here, when Kardama Muni was meditating on the Supreme Lord in chapter 21, Lord appeared and he told that Swayambhu Manu will come and he will give his daughter. After that, he will beget 9 daughters. And then after that, I will appear and to give this knowledge to everyone. Before himself, he promised. Lord never missed his promises. He gave the promise and he came. Here, the purpose of the appearance of the Lord is 3 things, like Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinashaya Chaturshtam, Dharma Samastapanardaya, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. Paritranaya Sadhunam, to protect the Lord, to protect the devotees, or to give the pleasure to the devotees. Here, Lord appeared to give the pleasure to Kardama Muni. Why? Because he already gave a promise, so he want to keep that one. And another reason he appeared is to distribute the knowledge, Dharma Samsthapanardaya, to re-establish the religious principles, to distribute this devotional service and this Dharma, this knowledge of the Supreme Lord. He came here. So, Lord came here for 2 purposes here. One is to give the pleasure to the devotees and give the knowledge here. Going forward, he is going to talk about the Sankhya philosophy to Mother Devahuti. Lord will appear in different purposes and different yugas. Since we are celebrating Janmashtami in next few weeks, Lord Krishna appeared. He came himself personally to give the pleasure to Mother Devaki, Vasudeva, and all the Vrajavasis, and protect all of them from the Kamsa, and then annihilate the Kamsa, annihilate the bad people, and then to give the knowledge, to give the Bhagavad Gita and all the stuff, Krishna appeared. Similarly, in the age of Kali Yuga, killing the demons is very difficult because demons percentage is very high in Kali Yuga. So that's why to kill the demonic qualities, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he gave Harinama to everyone so that all the demonic qualities will be disappear in the hearts of the people, and to give the pleasure of all the associates, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the age of Kali and he established the Yoga Dharma, Harinama Sankirtana. Like that, every incarnation or every appearance of the Supreme Lord has a purpose. Without purpose, Lord will not come. Here, Kapila Deva came to give the Sankhya philosophy. Prabhupada told many times, there are 2 Sankhya philosophies. One is modern atheistic Sankhya philosophy. Other one is ancient theistic Sankhya philosophy. This theistic Sankhya philosophy is talking about 24 elements. Sankhya means counting. This theistic Kapil Deva Sankhya philosophy is talking about the 24 elements. What are those? The first one is pradhana, like mind, intelligence, and false ego. And 5 gross elements: ether, air, fire, water, earth. 5 sense objects: sound, touch, sight, taste, smell. 5 knowledge acquiring senses: ear, skin, eye, tongue, nose. 5 working senses: voice, legs, hands, reproducing organs, evacuating organs, evacuating organs, and the soul. These 24 elements are described in Sankhya philosophy. Even we are all discussed these 24 elements in creation topics in second canto and third canto. There also we discussed all these elements: Mahatattva, Pradhana, how this Pradhana manifested into Mahatattva and material nature, all these things. And also further, Kardamumuni addressing to the Lord, you are going to increase the honor of the devotees. Let's say for the sake, this Kapila Deva gave some atheistic Sankhya philosophy. How that atheistic Sankhya philosophy will increase the honor of the devotees? No, right? It will not. It will always talking in material concept. Sankhya means counting. So the modern Sankhya philosophy is talking, counting the things. Oh, how many miles of this earth, or how many meters of this, all these counting things. Like scientists will tell, right? Oh, there are only 9 planets or 8 planets, or only this much distance, that much distance. They do not talk about this whole material world is created by the Supreme Lord, or we need to establish that loving devotion towards Him. They don't talk about all those things. Just they talk only in material perspective. Similarly, the modern Sankhya philosophy also will talk about all these numbers and all these things. But ancient Sankhya philosophy, which was given by Kapila Deva, is talking about these 24 elements and Atma and devotional service. We can count all other elements, but we cannot count the loving propensity towards the Lord. There is no measurement for that. Only your surrenderance is a measurement for that. So he was talking the devotional service in depth. Otherwise, how that knowledge will increase the honor of the devotees? It will not, right? And we should understand clearly that Kapila Deva gave Sankhya philosophy with devotional service. And another thing we need to understand here, even though Lord is capable of doing everything, He will always try to hanker to give that fame to His devotees, or that honor to His devotees, like Kapila Deva mentioned here. If you take Lord Ramachandra is capable of easily flying to Lanka and annihilate Kamsa. He no need to have anybody, because he is the Supreme Personality of God. He is Lord incarnation. He can do anything. But why Hanuman came in between, and Hanuman built up all these bridges, and Hanuman personally carried the Ramachandra to the Lanka, means Lord want to give that fame, that honor to his devotees. Because Hanuman is a pure devotee, Hanuman is having Ananya Bhakti, spontaneous devotion towards the Lord Ramachandra. He want to give that fame and honor to the Hanuman. So Lord always want to put his devotees in the front, not him. Similarly, if you take Krishna Lila, if Krishna want to annihilate all these Duryodhana, Dusyasana, all these Kauravas, he can do without anybody's help. Just by his glance, he can create any kind of coronavirus or any kind of calamity, and he can remove all these bad elements without any much efforts. But he want to give that honor or give that fame to Arjuna. So that's why he gave all credit to Arjuna. In the Vishwarupa, Arjuna already saw that all the Kauravas are dying and going into the mouths of Lord. He already knows that. That is already Lord's plan. Even Arjuna did or not, they are going to die. So, but he want to give that credit to Arjuna. That's why he put the Arjuna in front. So always Lord want to give the credit to, or fame to, or honor to his devotees. Similarly, here Kapila Deva also came to establish that one. Prabhupada emphasizing that if Kapila Deva is not giving the devotional service, how the devotees will get honored. If you take Srimad Bhagavatam is talking only three aspects, only three things. Whatever the pastime or whatever the thing you take, one is the Supreme Lord, and second is their unalloyed devotion, and third one is the devotee, the bhaktas. How Lord is giving protection, or how the bhaktas are glorified. These three things. One is Supreme Lord, and unalloyed devotion, and the devotees. So if you take Prahlad Maharaj also was glorified. Prahlad Maharaj was glorified by all the demigods, not only one person. Why? Because he has unalloyed devotion. Because he practiced the devotional service towards the Supreme Lord. When Prahlad Maharaj prayed about the Supreme Lord, Narasimha Bhagavan appeared and he killed Hiranyakashipu. But Narasimha Deva was very in Ugra form. He was not able to calm down. At that time, all the demigods, Brahma, Shiva, and everybody came to Prahlad Maharaj. Hey Prahlad, because of you, Narasimha Bhagavan came, you go and pacify him. And Prahlad Maharaj was confused. How can I pacify? What qualification do I have? I am not a elderly person, or I did not read any scriptures, or I did not take birth any devotee family. I do not have any qualification. Then all the assembled personalities unanimously told that because you are a great devotee of the Supreme Lord, you are only the person to pacify the Narasimha Deva's anger. So, with that, Prahlad Maharaj went and offered his prayers, and Narasimhadeva got pacified, and then everybody was happy. So here also, Prahlad Maharaj was glorified in a great length. If you take Srimad Bhagavatam, this Prahlad Maharaj pastime, almost many chapters, more than 10 chapters are covered, only one pastime. That is the longest pastime that we have in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, like that, all the devotees are honored or glorified as equal as the Supreme Lord. Yeah, that much level he gave Krishna to his devotees. Again, we coming back to the sloka. Here, Lord appears for a purpose. Here, the Kapiladeva appeared for two things. One is to fulfill his promise that he gave to Kardama Muni when he was meditating before the marriage. To fulfill that promise, he appeared. And second one is to give the knowledge, Chakshur Bhagavan Jnanam, to give this knowledge of the devotional service. And third thing is Bhaktanam Manavardamanaha, Vardanaha. So to increase the honor of the devotees. For these three purposes, Kapiladeva appeared. So now we will see in upcoming sections how Devahuti is learning the knowledge from Kapiladeva, how Devahuti honor and fame is glorified, and how this jnana is useful to increase the devotional service. All those things we will discuss in upcoming slokas. With the meditation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna appearance, we all should learn or read Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna book, especially the pastimes of Krishna, which will give unlimited pleasure, unlimited knowledge about the Supreme Lord, so that we can welcome to the Supreme Lord with that heart and with that mood, so that we can uh, relish the festival and we can take complete pleasure out of that. And also, we should be thankful to Srila Prabhupada. He gave all this knowledge in a systematic way to all of us. If Prabhupada was not there, reading Srimad Bhagavatam would be very difficult for us, because he is explaining in a systematic way and is giving this knowledge in a simple way and an understandable way, so that everybody can adopt it. So we all should get this knowledge and try to attend these classes, so that we can acquire more and we can get unalloyed devotion like all other great personalities mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, so that we can also advance in Krishna consciousness. So, any questions? We have 3 more minutes. If you have any questions or comments, you can open up. We can discuss. Otherwise, over to Madhupati Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Madhupati Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Gopikanta Prabhu. I'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Jai Nrsinga, Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam, Ugraveeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvato Mukham, Nrsingam Vishnu Bhadram Mityam Mityam Namamiham. Nrsinga Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. One quick announcement. Today evening, Lal Govinda Prabhu will be giving class at our on Krishna Lila at our center, so from 7 to 9 p.m. You all are welcome. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all decimal Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu bhayaivacha patitanam pavane bhayo. Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Vaishnavinda ki jai. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari 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 Hari.
Thank you, Gopikanta. Thank you, everyone. Hari.